All right, let us pick it up from where we ended on the topic. There is more to life than just being happy. Excuse me. So, last time we looked at purpose. So, if you haven't watched the video about purpose, I would encourage you to search for it, then come and watch this video. So, now we are on the 4 pillars. This is the last one. All right, let us begin by looking at storytelling. So, the fourth pillar, the last pillar, is how you tell your story. You should understand that you are the author of your own story. You shouldn't allow people to tell your story. You shouldn't allow others to tell about your life. You are the own author. You should start by telling yourself a story about yourself. You are the author of your life. So storytelling is about making a story out of the events of your life, out of all the experiences that you have had, out of the experiences that you are going through, whether good or bad. You make you use it to tell your story. Storytelling is very important to have a meaningful life. Makes you look back and thank God for what you have gone through, because they have they have given you they are they are now part of your story. You have now a story from the time you were born up to the time that up to this time. You find that you have something to tell the world. You have something to tell. You have got a story. So how you tell a story is very important. So you are the author of your story. So there was a certain lady who used to play football, but her legs, I think she got paralyzed and she stopped playing football. But how she could tell her story, you can tell that she was anxious and there is no hope. How she could tell the story would go like this. When I was playing football, my life was good. But now my life is bad. I can't do anything. I'm just sitting here. There's nothing I can do. Excuse me. So you see how she tells her story, and you can tell that there is no meaning in her life. She can't have a meaning in her life with such kind of a story. I'm a minister of the gospel, and I've met so many people who have like who look back from the time they before they accepted the Lord, and they compare it to how their lives are after accepting the Lord. You can hear people who say, before I accepted the Lord, I used to have a lot of money, but after accepting the Lord, I'm very broke. Money is almost impossible to find. People who tends to tell stories like that, you discover that they are more anxious, they are more sad, and they don't even have a meaning in life. You can tell by how just someone tells a story that this person is anxious, this person is stressed, this person is going through a lot and is not even enjoying life. His life or her life has got no meaning. So how you tell your story, you don't begin by how good your life was. Then you end up with how bad it is right now. If you really want to have a meaningful life, you should start by telling the story of how life was, how bad it was. And now you conclude by looking at the good that you have seen, even if things are not going well. But focus on the good. We are human beings who always focus on the bad. So focus on the good and compare your life that time and this time, and look at how your life has changed in a positive way, not in a negative way. Like even as a Christian, how you tell a story, whether you start with how sinful you were before you accepted Christ. You begin with how sinful you were and how that sinfulness has been redeemed, swallowed by the life of the Lord Jesus Christ. And you talk about your position now as the child of God. You find that you are going to have a meaningful life. You don't focus on how you used to have money before you accepted the Lord, and now how how difficult money is right now after you accept the Lord. You begin. So the bad should be redeemed. should be redeemed by the good. That's how you tell a story. You start with the bad, whereby the bad is swallowed by the good. You don't begin with the good, which is swallowed by the bad. So this is something that can even shock you, and this is something that people don't know about. Storytelling can make you have a meaningful life, but how you tell it is very important. So you should tell the story. You should start with the bad, and the bad is redeemed by the good. People find meaning in life. Their lives, you find that they start by stories are defined by redemption, growth, and love. You find how they were redeemed. You find these people how their lives have changed. So if you really want to have a meaningful life, this is just simple. What I'm saying is that how you tell your story, start with the bad, how life bad was. There's nothing you can do about your past. It has already happened, and you can't go to the past and begin to change it. You have already gone through. So focus on something that you can change. People are so anxious, and people have got a lot of problems because they focus on something they have no power on, something that they can't change. For example, if you're looking at someone's behavior, why should it stress you? Because you can't change someone's behavior. Focus on something that you can change, and you are going to find a meaningful life. So even the past, there is nothing you can do about your past apart from redeeming it with the good that you have seen in the life that you are living today. So you don't begin by by telling us how good it was and how bad it has become. If you tell stories like that, you find that you'll be more anxious, you'll be stressed, and you'll be alone, and you won't even enjoy life, you won't have a meaningful life. So your story, even if you're a Christian, you should start by how sinful your life was, how that life has been redeemed by the Lord Jesus Christ, and and you talk about your position now as the adopted child of God. Even if you are not a Christian, you should tell a story, not like this woman who started by saying, "My life was great when I used to play football, but now it's bad because I'm saying there is nothing she can do about it now." Apart from telling the story, making the meaning out of everything that she has gone through, whether good or bad. So if you really want to have a meaningful life and a happy life, change how you tell a story. I want you to know that people have got good and powerful stories. Are people who have gone, excuse me, are people who have gone through a lot in life. If you ask me, I've gone through a lot and I've got a story to tell the world. So look at what you have gone through. Look at how you were born. Talk about what happened, what you have had when you were just a child. Talk about your life and how this life has been redeemed with the present. Focus on the present and on the future, because you can still make a right decision and you can still change your life. Don't dwell on the past, dwell on the present, and it is the present that begins to change the future. So that is it. That is the last one. It is about storytelling. So for now, I want you to look at your life and smile. You have got a story. Do you know that when we are going through a lot, we feel like we are disappointed, frustrated, and we are all alone? But wait, when time comes and you start telling stories like that, people will start even admiring your life. Will start even admiring your bad experiences that you have gone through, because you have gone through a lot and you have got a story that others don't have. Your story is unique. Gather the information, gather the events that you have gone through. That is a story that you can tell the world. And remember, you should start with the bad, and the bad should be redeemed by the good. You should not start by the good that is swallowed by the bad, but the bad experiences, past experience, should be swallowed by the good. So that's it for now on There Is More Life. There is more to life than just being happy. I'll let you know maybe next week the next topic that we'll be looking at. I'll appreciate it if you can share and ask others to subscribe so that we can then take notes every lesson that I teach. Remember, I'm studying health science with the University of People, and I use the library to do researches about this. They are not just something that they are not things that are coming from my head, but I'm using the skill that I have to do research and come up with a topic. I'm also a pastor at Canaton East Chapel. I've done theology at Center for Christian Missions. So that's it for now. Until next time, on the next topic, I'll try to see which topic we can start. But always remember, stay curious. Curious people, curiosity is what leads to greatness. Most of great people that we have seen were curious people. Stay curious and always ask a question, why? Bye bye for now. See you next time.